Hi, welcome to my channel, The Divine Storm 369. Thank you for joining me. Let's start off by clearing the space of all negative energies. Okay. All right. Okay, so this reading is going to be a little bit different. So this reading today is all about Saturn, okay? Because Saturn is getting ready to move on April 29th. So what that means is something different for everyone. It depends on where Saturn is moving to in your chart. So we are going to look at Saturn moving through the signs, okay? And Saturn, is going into Aquarius, okay, which is good because Saturn really likes Aquarius, all right? And again, it's April 29th, and it's going to be there until mid-July. Then it will retrograde. And a lot of times when Saturn retrogrades, that's when things become very disruptive. That's when a lot of karma can really hit you. And when Saturn retrogrades, it can feel sometimes like a black hole sucking you into cause and effect and karma and restrictions. And it can feel like a very hopeless energy if you have that karma coming to you, right? Because Saturn, first and foremost, is always a teacher. So before Saturn goes retrograde is when you really want to put in a lot of hard work. Okay, I know a lot of people say when Saturn goes retrograde, it's like a lesser than energy, but I don't feel like that. I feel like when it goes retrograde, it's like the bringer of karma. Okay, Saturn is the lord of karma, and Saturn rules time, it rules restrictions, it rules traditions, and some say that it rules the father energy, which it does in a conservative sense. But Saturn to me is also very feminine. So to me, Saturn is a feminine planet. It is represented by Binah on the tree of life, okay, which is very feminine. It is like the cosmic wound, okay, the cosmic like birth portal is what kind of Saturn is. Like you travel through that portal and then you enter the other side and form, right? You have your body, you have your consciousness. So Saturn decides when and how you enter the world, okay? So Saturn is kind of like this cosmic birth portal, while Jupiter is the wound that holds you and protects you, right? Saturn decides how you come into this world. Really, it decides things like what time you're born, how tall you are, things of that nature, your form, okay, your body. Saturn has a big say in that, and part of that is karma, past life karma, okay? So Saturn rules time. Saturn also rules cause and effect. Saturn rules contracts, agreements. Saturn also is surrounded by 3 circular rings, and of course, Saturn is the lord of karma. So when you hear the saying, comes back to you times 3 or karma times 3, this actually comes from Saturn and the 3 rings. It also goes to what goes around comes around. Power of 3 times 3, that type of energy. Okay, it says a lot about Saturn. To me, especially the karma coming back to you times 3, it denotes Saturn being that bringer of the karma with their 3 rings. It takes 2.5 years to transit one sign. Saturn is very repressive, okay? So Saturn represses you. It restricts you. Saturn is very dense, okay? Very, very 3D energy. Saturn creates the 3D, okay? So anything material, anything with form. Saturn is cool and dry, okay? But Saturn is also everlasting, okay? So, it is about karmic responsibilities and balancing out that karma, but it can also give arrogance, and it also punishes arrogance, right? So Saturn really rules the reasons that you must learn. And Saturn really demands structure. Saturn doesn't want you scattered all over the place. Saturn wants a structure, a routine. Saturn wants meaning behind your actions, what you're doing, what you're choosing to do, what you're saying. Saturn wants to see the meaning and the reason behind this, and Saturn demands it. Honestly, Saturn is very, very serious. Okay, Saturn does not play. All right. And Saturn is very conservative. So Saturn is conservative in nature, very traditional. So it rules conservative values, traditional values as well, because Saturn wants you to be very careful and thoughtful, but also has this laborious energy at the same time. Okay. Where, Saturn wants you to work very, very hard, sometimes too hard, but Saturn does not take feeling tired seriously. Saturn wants you to work harder. Okay, Saturn can also be very violent at times. Okay, Saturn's completely unemotional. All right, very serious, not emotional at all. Saturn can be envious, and he is an accumulator of wealth. All right, because they rule the 3D. It rules the material things. So it also rules accumulation of wealth. But with Saturn, Saturn just doesn't give you a grand amount of wealth, right? Saturn wants you to work very, very hard and accumulate that wealth, to add it up, to save it up. That is Saturn. Because Saturn wants you to be patient. Okay, Saturn is very slow. So Saturn says, be patient. You'll get there. You have to work hard. You have to save. You have to accumulate. You have to be patient. That is the lesson that Saturn brings. Okay. When Saturn is in a beneficial sign, yes, it can bestow wealth and fame. But when it is malefic, it bestows just sorrow, poverty, and loss. Okay. Saturn is definitely the planet of justice, karma, cause, and effect. It is the planet of law. Okay, so Saturn also rules our laws, right? And the number 8 is also affiliated with Saturn. Saturn really likes the 10th and 11th house, and Saturn does not like the 5th, the 4th, and the 1st house very much. He's not very happy in those houses because Mercury and Venus are very friendly with Saturn. Saturn gets along well with them, but Saturn does not get along well with the Sun, the Moon, or Mars. Okay, Saturn is too... It's like those signs are too bossy for Saturn. Saturn is like, no, I don't get along with you guys. Moon, you're too emotional. All right, Moon. I'm serious. You're too emotional. You're too sensitive, Moon. We can't do this, right? Like, I can't deal with you. That's what Saturn says to the Moon. Okay. So Saturn also does not like the Sun, okay? Because the Sun is kind of... It's kind of unpredictable. The Sun wants to shine. They want to be the center of attention, right? Like the Sun just wants to heal everything and grow everything. And, Saturn's like, no, Sun, we have to have some structure here. We got to have some rules to this, all right? And Saturn doesn't like Mars because Mars simply doesn't like to be told what to do. And Saturn likes to tell everyone what to do because Saturn is bossy and Saturn rules the law. Okay, so Saturn's neutral with Jupiter. Okay, so they kind of work together. So Jupiter is very protective, and Saturn is the form that Jupiter uses to protect, right? So it works along well with Jupiter. Saturn's very happy with Capricorn and Aquarius. And so I feel like if you are an Aquarius or a Capricorn ascendant, you are going to have some very, very good luck from Saturn, okay, given that karma allows that. So I feel that, all right. Saturn doesn't know what to do with Aries, Okay, Saturn is like, I can't deal with Aries. Okay, Aries is too bossy. Aries has too much energy. Aries never stops. Okay, so Saturn is debilitated in Aries. They feel smothered by Aries. So they really don't like Aries. When you see Saturn and Aries together, not very good. So Aries might struggle a little bit with this Saturn transit. Okay. So when Saturn is by Venus or with Venus, it really can cause injuries as well, because Saturn is formed. Saturn can cause injuries when it's malefic. So with Venus, it can cause like leg injuries, leg pain, things, issues surrounding the legs, but is always temporary, right? Saturn also, Saturn doesn't do all of these things to punish you. Saturn is a teacher first and foremost, and Saturn wants to build your character. Saturn wants to see what you're about. Saturn wants to test you, okay? No one ascends without the test of Saturn first. Saturn also, if you have issues in your marital life, okay, if you are having impediments in finances, this is due to Saturn. Okay, Saturn rules those things as well. So let's go ahead and get into the signs. Let's see how Saturn is going to affect each sign, okay? Okay, hi Aries. So this is the energy Saturn is bringing to you. Okay, so keep in mind, Saturn is moving April 29th. It has been in your 10th house. It's moving into your 11th house, and then will transit back into your 10th house. Okay, so Aries, this is really going to affect you socially, I feel like, okay? It's going to affect your social circle. It's going to affect your friends, okay? This could also bring karma in a social setting. So whatever you've been putting out socially in your friend group, you're about to get back, right? It will be really important for you to be in a social setting and have friends where values are shared between you, because Saturn is really all about values. So you're going to be looking for shared values in your friendships, right? And I think that you're going to be wanting to leave false and kind of impressionable people, or people that it just don't resonate with you anymore, or have your best interest at heart behind, okay? Because Saturn brings restrictions with friendships as well. All right, so I see a lot of energy going on in your friendships. We're going to get into tarot as well. But, anytime this transit happens, there is a possibility. Just be careful driving, right? I don't see anything serious here at all, but it really is more about electricity. So this could be a time when a certain electric part doesn't work in your car, or your electricity in your house could be, needing rewired, something like that, okay? And be careful about fire as well, Aries, okay? Because again, Saturn isn't always too kind to Aries here. So we're going to take a look at the Star Temple Oracle, all right, and take a look more for you, Aries. And then we're going to pull a tarot card, all right? First, we're pulling an oracle card. Then we're going to take a look at the good karma, the blessings that Saturn is bringing you. And then we're going to take a look at the challenges that Saturn is bringing you for you to overcome. And we're going to use the tarot for that. But first, let's go ahead and get your oracle card. Okay, Spirit, please reveal to me, tell me the energy that Saturn is bringing in for Aries. Tell me more about the energy Saturn is bringing in for Aries. Okay. So you got Maya, the ancient grandmother, and it's a number one, which is very, very Aries, right? Number one is always Aries, the first house, okay? So the ancient grandmother, it's a teacher. So Saturn is reminding you that what you're going to be going through with the Saturn transit is to teach you. It says, I am the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. So Saturn is really bringing you knowledge. Things are coming to light in your friend circle. You could be finding out secrets. You could be finding out betrayals. You could find out that people maybe you thought you had nothing in common with, you actually share more values with than your current friend group, okay, Aries? But I'm seeing here that this is shifting in and out of friend groups, okay? And there is a certain wisdom and discernment that you are gaining from Saturn that is going along to this, being able to read people more clearly, being able to connect with people more easily, I think is what Saturn is bringing in when they share the same values and basically the same intentions that you do, okay? So this card rules the root chakra. All right. So definitely work on staying grounded, Aries, when Saturn is around. You don't want to fly off the handle in your energy. Okay. I'm also seeing a lot of feminine energy, older feminine energies, very wise, okay, feminine energies, and really connecting with your inner divine feminine, but like invoking that inner divine feminine in the form of the crone, in the form of the wiser woman, right? So I'm seeing that you are becoming very wise, okay? The way that a very wise ancient grandmother is when they are teaching people younger than them or interacting with people, they have this innate knowledge, right, about the world, about personalities, because they've been through so much. And Aries, I feel like this is what you're gaining through this transit. Okay, so let's take a look at your challenges, and we're going to take a look at your blessings as well, okay? All right, so let's start off with your blessing, okay? What is the blessing that Saturn is bringing you? Yes, Saturn can bring blessings. Sometimes they're a blessing in disguise, like I feel like it is for you. Aries, you're getting a blessing in disguise here. While I feel like it could be hard at first going through this is a new start for you. And I think this is a new start in regards to social settings, in regards to people that you've been connecting with, been sharing things with. I think that you haven't been wholly like feeling satisfied or complete with your friend circle. And I think you've been preventing moving forward. Okay, but what I'm seeing here is that Saturn is bringing you this new chance. What is not meant for you in your friend circle, in your social circle, is being wiped away. Okay, and you are starting fresh, even though it's like you don't want to. But I think you're also discovering what loyalty is, what purity is in the sense of friendship. That you didn't quite understand before, or you weren't getting that before. But I'm seeing that you're going to fully understand that more in this new friend group and this new friend circle. Okay, so I feel like you're very popular this month, but I do also think there's going to be challenges there as well. So let's get another card. What is your challenge Saturn is bringing you? All right, so we got the 9 of Cups, Aries. All right, so I think this is not getting too caught up in your emotions during this transit, because I think that because your transit is kind of going from house and career to friendships, I think that some of these people that you're kind of falling out with, you might work with. And, you know, that's okay. Maybe you're switching jobs or something, and you're going into a new friend group or a social setting at work, something like that. Whatever it is, try not to be too much in your emotions. Try to not let your emotions rule you too much, okay? So notice how they're floating. Spirit doesn't want you to do that. Spirit doesn't want you to get carried away with your emotions, Aries. So watch your emotions during this time and remember to stay grounded, okay? So Saturn, essentially for you, Aries, is saying, I'm not doing this to punish you. I'm doing this to teach you. I am the teacher that's leading you with your own self-knowledge inside of you. And so it's very important for you to calm those emotions when you feel like they're overwhelming, so that you can listen to that self-knowledge that is inside of you. Okay, it is your teacher during this transit. All right, so let's get a card here for your shadow work that Saturn wants you to work on. Okay, Aries, you've been resisting this change for quite some time, and that's why Saturn is bringing this change in. Okay, so ask yourself why you are not wanting the change. Why have you been so afraid of this change taking place in this social setting? Look at the positive side to these changes, because I think that there is a positive side that you really have not been recognizing or you have not been seeing. Okay, so we're going to get a card, a message from Saturn. Okay, these are all messages from Saturn, but this one is with love from Saturn. So how is Saturn going to help you love yourself, and what can you do to reinforce your own self-love during these Saturn transits? All right, Aries, so Saturn is saying loosen up, okay? You're way too tense. Get a massage, roll your shoulders, okay? Stop resisting change. When we resist change, it can make us very stiff in our body. Spirit's saying roll your neck clockwise and counterclockwise twice to loosen up. Breathe those emotions out when you're feeling that they're very overwhelming, and this is going to help you, okay, to be able to ground yourself in the moment. So an encouraging message from Saturn to close up this reading, because everyone needs encouragement when Saturn comes around. All right, so what is your encouragement, Aries? Aries, it's going to be okay. All right, no matter what happens during this transit, Spirit wants you to know you are learning, you are gaining knowledge, and everything is going to be okay. All right, there's a brand new beginning on the horizon for you, and it's more beautiful than you ever imagined. And I think that you're going to be making like lifelong connections with people during this time. All right, so that's your reading, Aries. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, Taurus. This is your Saturn reading for April 29th until June, I believe it is. So Taurus has been in your 9th house of spirituality and higher learning. You have been on this kind of just learning spurt. You've been learning everything you can, especially about other cultures, far distances, higher ideas, higher education. You want to know more. You want to know more and more and more. And this is the energy you've been in. But April 29th, it's going into your 10th house, okay, of career and results, right? So I think that positive results for you in regards to your career might be delayed. Okay, this transit is really going to test your patience in regards to career, your reputation in your career. Okay, and Saturn really wants you to remain focused and consistent. That is going to be your greatest tool during this time. Spirit wants you to expand and explore new areas. Saturn is asking you to expand and explore new areas. Okay, there could also be health issues connected to your family or a family member right now. I'm also seeing there's a possibility for legal issues with the astrology. And Saturn is saying, Taurus, avoid alcohol. No alcohol for you. Okay, let's go ahead and get an oracle card for you during this transit from Saturn. So yeah, now is not the time, Taurus, to go for like promotions, things like that. Okay, the positive results are delayed. It doesn't mean they're not going to happen, right? It just means there is a delay during this time. All right, and let's go ahead and get your oracle card, Taurus. Okay, well, Taurus, you got the same thing as Aries. All right, so you got the ancient grandmother who is a teacher. Okay, they are the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. All right, so you have been on this learning kick, wanting to learn about everything outside of yourself, Taurus, other cultures, other religions, spirituality, possibly anything that you can possibly soak up as of interest, right? You've been like a sponge, soaking up all you can that you've been interested in here with Saturn being in your 9th house. Okay, but what I'm seeing here with it moving into your 10th house, Spirit wants you to focus more inward. Okay, you've been focused on learning everything external, and Spirit's wanting you now to turn inward. Okay, so you are going to be your own teacher, and you might even feel like kind of a rogue element with this transit, you know, like you don't have the guidance you're looking for, just things feeling very delayed. And I think that Spirit, Saturn is in Spirit, is teaching you to teach yourself. Okay, Spirit wants you to lead with your own self-knowledge because you've spent so much time learning about everything external. I think that there's so much to learn about you, about your own spirituality, how you feel. And there's so much innate knowledge inside of you that is waiting to be unlocked. Okay, so this is definitely a testing period for you, Taurus, and it is a learning period. It's because Saturn really wants you to look within right now, to find that inner knowledge. You could also be going through like career changes right now, and things of that nature, or maybe you're struggling to feel satisfied in your career or to see any positive results. And this is just Spirit, first of all, testing you, wanting you to show consistency. Saturn is asking for consistency, but also to allow your inner knowledge to guide you moving forward. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a card for your blessings, Taurus, that Saturn is going to bring you. So Taurus, the Aries reading might resonate with you as well. Maybe you're a Taurus, an Aries moon, Aries rising. So your blessings, Taurus. Okay, we have a 10 of Wands, which is burdens. Your blessings are going to feel like burdens during this transit. Okay, what is burdening you? What feels like too much? These are actually going to turn into blessings longer down the line. So you have a lot of hurdles to overcome. It is going to be overwhelming for you in regards to work. You're going to feel like you're just working and not really seeing much results, but you're going to see the results later on. So this is just a delayed delayed rewards, okay? Because Saturn is saying, I want to see you be patient. I want to see your patience, Taurus. Okay, Taurus, I want to see you be actually really consistent, Taurus. Okay, I want to see you be focused, Taurus. This is what I want before you pass this test. So let's take a look at the challenge. And you know, what you're going to be learning is how to work hard, I think that you're going to feel good about yourself after the end of this. You're learning how to put structure around hard work. You're learning how to be consistent, okay? You're gaining knowledge about whatever it is you're doing that is going to serve you in the future, and it's going to serve you well. Your challenge is your emotions. Don't let your emotions overwhelm you. And Aries had a very similar message. Do not let your emotions overwhelm you. I know that it's going to feel hard. I know that it's going to feel like you're putting in so much to get nothing back or little back, and it's going to be emotional for you. But Spirit wants you to remember to not let your emotions control you. You control your emotions, right? Sometimes with Saturn transit, it can feel like we have little to no control over things, right? But we need to focus on what we can control, such as how we feel, such as our emotions, okay? And that can really help us to get through this transit, all right? So I think that what this is going to bring you, Taurus, at the end of this transit is a new belief, okay? New beliefs, new ways of looking at things, especially in regards to work. So those beliefs are about to shift and change sometime in June, July, due to the transit. And you're going to have a lot of knowledge. So let's get your shadow work card, okay? And your self-love card from Saturn. Codependency, Taurus, this is what we have to work on, all right? Maybe you have developed codependent ideas. Maybe you've been codependent with certain ideas. Maybe you've been codependent with your job, your work, and haven't realized it, or with certain emotions, or with love, right? So either way, something has become almost like a crutch for you, and you have been relying too heavily on this for your sense of self-worth. And so Saturn wants you to give yourself more self-love. Saturn wants to kind of show you that you have all this inside of you already. You don't have to rely on achieving this anywhere else. So in a way, this is shifting your beliefs about what you can do and what you can accomplish. All right, let's get a self-love card here. So Taurus, smile with your eyes. It softens your face. All right, listen, this is heavy, heavy energy for you. You're going to be feeling overwhelmed emotionally, physically, all of the above. All right, remember to keep your face softened. Remember to smile, okay? And like I said, we can always control how we feel. We can control our mood. Putting a smile on your face sometimes does kind of make you feel happier. It's kind of that trigger thing, it's like connected to our feelings. It's like we automatically smile when we feel happy, and so we can smile and it'll automatically trigger a slight feeling of happiness. Okay, Taurus, so let's get you an encouraging message for this transit. From Saturn, okay. All right, Taurus, remember, this is not too much for you. You have to remember this. You are a fighter, ever onwards. You can handle this and so much more because, Taurus, you are the bull. You are the ox. Okay, you are fierce and powerful and strong, and you are a fighter. Okay, the bull is a fighter. You don't want to mess with the bull, right? So remember, this isn't too much for you. You got this, okay? So thank you for watching, Taurus. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Hi, Gemini. This is how Saturn might be affecting you and your transit. So Saturn has been in your 9th house, and on April 29th, it is going to shift. Okay, so I think that your beliefs have suddenly shifted from Saturn. This could actually be a disruption of your spiritual beliefs, of your life path, the path that you thought you was on. Okay, so Saturn is coming in to disrupt that, and then it's moving into your 10th house, okay, of career. So this is definitely sudden shifts of beliefs in regards to your career, your reputation, okay. It's also aspecting your 2nd house, Gemini. So this could bring up expenses. It could really restrict your finances this month, being aspecting the 2nd house. All right, Gemini, you also want to keep a lookout, keep a close eye on your father's health. With Saturn being here, it does represent the father in astrology. All right. So just pay extra attention, right? There could also be extra expenses or restrictions of expenses due to health-related issues of a father energy, all right, with this astrology. So I'm seeing in relationships, you could really have some ego clashes with your person. I'm also feeling, in relationships, this is ego, this is lying. Okay, I'm seeing like cheating around you, Gemini. It is not a good time to go for legal matters right now for you, Gemini. I'm just seeing that the energy and the possibility is open to where I just feel like there's this possibility of you being taken advantage of, okay? But yeah, definitely just feeling a disruption of your path. All right, so let's go ahead and get you an oracle card, Gemini. All right, and know that when you have a disruption of your path, it's because you're meant to be put on a new path. And Gemini, I think you're meant to be put on a new path. A lot of you are meant to just be shifting your beliefs, your perception. But for some of you, this is completely changing your life path, changing what you've been doing with your life, changing careers, changing, just a complete turnaround, okay? So let's see what message Saturn has for you, Gemini. And again, I feel like it's going to happen very suddenly for you. Okay, so very, very suddenly. There could be like an event that takes place that causes you to shift your beliefs and your ideas and your spirituality very suddenly as well. Okay, this shift could have to do with someone's health. It could have to do with your career, right? And your career changed, and then I'm seeing them kind of shift back, all right, later on. But we have a 29, the aquamarine star. It's about expression. I express my intuition with self-confidence and love, all right? Okay, so honestly, Gemini, you know what I'm feeling for you? I feel like the path that you have been on currently, you have been learning and learning so much there that you are being called somewhere else, okay? And that could feel hard at first, but you are being called and flowing kind of in a different direction, okay? Aquamarine crystals, I feel like, is going to bring a lot of serene energy for you and tranquil energy for you. I also feel like your throat chakra could be blocked. So this could be like sore throats, congestion, having problems expressing yourself verbally, having problems with spiritual communication, and aquamarine crystal can help you clear some of those blocks, especially wearing it on a necklace around your throat chakra. But, you know, Saturn is, you're going through this because Saturn wants you to express your intuition. Saturn wants you to express your intuitive insights. Okay. Saturn wants you to be confident. Really, Saturn does. And with the challenges and tests that Saturn gives us, it's really to show us how powerful and confident we really are. All right. So Saturn is encouraging you to share your wisdom, to help others, okay, and to speak up with conviction. So I think that I feel an energy of like somebody putting you down for your beliefs, okay, or for your expression. And, you know, Saturn is saying, no, don't let people put you down for that. Focus on service, focus on love, and not fear. Okay, and speak your innate truth. And when you do this, others will listen, okay, when it comes from the heart. So whatever it is you're wanting to speak about, Gemini, let it out, let it flow, all right, because Saturn is really wanting you to express yourself. All right, so let's take a look at the blessing that Saturn is going to bring you through this transit, Gemini. Okay, and let's take a look at the challenge that Saturn is bringing you. Okay, so you got the Knight of Wands in reverse. You feel like you just want to give up, okay? This is how this transit is making you feel. You just want to give up. You feel like no one's listening to you. You're not able to express yourself properly. And you feel like backing out, giving up, turning away. Okay, and Spirit is saying, you know what? This is a blessing in disguise for you. Sometimes when you feel like this sudden shift of life path or this sudden life change, I feel you're about to go through, Gemini. It feels like I give up, right? That's how it feels for you. Fine, I give up. But actually what this is not giving up, but it's a change that's in your best interest. So this change is working for you. And I think that this change wants you to learn how to express yourself wholly, more fully, more intuitively as well. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for your blessing. And for the challenge, this is going to feel tiring. I'm seeing migraines for you, Gemini. Okay, so I'm feeling racing thoughts for you that's draining your energy. So try to keep those thoughts calm. Don't give them too much of your energy, right? Because you want to save your energy for expressing how you feel intuitively and what you've learned, and not giving way to thoughts that have you struggling, right? All right, so get extra rest. If you're tired during this transit, it's important for you to rest, because if you don't, it'll cause horrible migraines. Make sure you're resting enough. All right, let's take a look at the shadow work you're meant to be doing. Okay, Gemini, you got greed. All right. You know, I think that you've been too attached to things the way that they were. Okay. And so a lot of times Spirit, or Saturn for this matter, can pull the rug out from under us when it sees that we've been too attached to certain things in very excessive ways. And there's certain things in your life, Gemini, that you have been too attached to. Maybe you've had certain beliefs about material things that you became way too attached to. Maybe you've been very excessive with something material, right? But Saturn is saying nothing good ever comes from that, and you can be greedy in different ways. You can also be greedy with knowledge. We're meant to share knowledge. We're not meant to keep it all inside. There's also a greed of knowledge as well. Okay, so Spirit is clearing out that energy. Spirit saying you've been overly attached to certain things, and now it's time to let those things go. So for you, Gemini, it's like no matter how hard you try to force something to fit during this transit, it's not going to fit. And it is for your best interest, okay? So let's get a self-love card for you. Take 3 gulps of water, Gemini, and feel the miracle of your body. Take it in. All right, so Saturn is saying, remember, Gemini, that you are a miracle. You walking on this earth is a miracle, right? And also working with water, okay? Working with water, doing clarity rituals, working with water to clear your energy, to clear the throat chakra, okay? But Saturn is reminding you that you are a miracle. Your body is a miracle. So why are you so attached to other material things, other 3D things, when the real miracle is you, inside of you, right? That's the real miracle. So this is just Spirit putting that in perspective for you, okay? So let's get one more card. This is an encouraging message from Saturn to you, Gemini, okay? Gemini, listen, no matter what you're going through, no matter what happens, please know it's going to be okay for you, all right? You have Saturn's word right now. It's going to be okay, all right? So don't worry, all right? Don't worry. Don't cause yourself migraines, all right? Just relax and drink more water. I feel like you're going to need extra water during this transit. I don't know why. I just feel that. Okay, so thank you for watching, Gemini. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your Saturn reading. So for you, Saturn's been in your 7th house. Ouch. That doesn't sound fun at all, Cancer. So what is going on here? Here we go. That doesn't sound fun at all, Cancer. This is like disagreements. This is like breakups. This is like going through the hardest time in relationships, right? But I think that also with certain Saturn placements in the 7th house, you might get married. You might actually meet your husband, meet your soulmate, the person that you're going to marry. Okay, so Saturn in the 7th house brings discord in relationships, but it can also bring a marriage because Saturn rules contracts, okay? Now, it's been in your 7th house, so maybe for some of you, you've gotten engaged, you've gotten married, and for others of you, you've gotten divorced, you've gotten separated, right? But it's moving into your 8th house, okay? So I'm feeling it's just going to cause a little bit more stress in your relationships, Cancer, in your partnerships. There's going to be clashes, and I'm seeing a lot of personality clashes for you, just in general, like in your day-to-day life, in your interactions, just personality clashes, just feeling like you just don't really get along with certain people, or feeling like maybe, I don't know, like, oh, is that person giving me dirty looks? Things like that, okay? You might be feeling a little bit incapable at work, at your jobs, is what I'm seeing here, and feel like you have a very, very heavy workload. Okay, so Spirit is saying, watch your health, Cancer. Okay, watch your health because you are under so much stress. I'm sensing like stress-related illnesses for you, Cancer, and it's because of all this Saturn, and Saturn does not like Cancer, right? Not all the time anyways. So you want to balance out more of your moon energy. So keeping silver with you, I feel, could help balance out some of that energy, Cancer. And my heart goes out to you. Okay. Um, so let's go ahead and get you an oracle card and see what message Saturn has for you during this transit. And you know, Saturn will go back into your 7th house, okay, in June, July. So it will be going retrograde back into it. So Cancer, one of your greatest tools is going to be try not to be so emotional about relationships. I know it's easier said than done, but like I said, Saturn really doesn't like the moon because the moon is too emotional, right? So you're going to have to work with Saturn. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, we got 2. Look at that. Okay. You got Kalina, the little star, and it says, Divine, my inner child is whole and complete. So Cancer, you're doing inner child healing during this transit, and I do feel that it's healing through battles, it's healing through disagreements, it's healing through your partnerships, and through this you're finding this inner child healing. But I feel that you're having to kind of battle it out first. You also got the Amazon Queen battle. I am a devoted warrior of the universe. Okay. So yeah, I feel like this is spiritual battle. This is battles in your relationships. But it is leading to that inner child healing. Okay, so let's get you an inner child healing card. All right. So working with your inner child, this is what it's really bringing up. And you know, when Saturn goes into our 7th house, it can bring up issues surrounding relationships to where it brings out like our inner wounded child. And you know, we kind of play that out in relationships. And so Saturn comes in to kind of clear that away, right? So we got the past. You didn't feel loved in the past, Cancer, as a child. A lot of you didn't feel as loved as you wanted to feel, but now you are gaining the understanding of how to love yourself, and this is the inner child healing that you are doing, and sometimes that takes place through a battle. So you're going through an inner battle, and I think you've been actually battling your inner child instead of healing your inner child, and so that's why it's been feeling extra hard for you, Cancer. All right, but you are understanding how to love yourself through this battle and happily accept healthy and loving relationships. Okay, you are learning what that is through these battles. You are learning how to accept happy relationships, accept loving relationships, and you are learning how to reject unloving ones, unhappy ones. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the blessing that Saturn is bringing you, Cancer. And, you know, the lesson for you, Cancer, is that you are learning to be whole and complete by yourself without a relationship, and you're learning to be whole and complete by yourself in a relationship. You're learning that you're whole and complete with or without someone else. Okay, let's take a look at the challenges Spirit is bringing you. Okay, we got the Hierophant. All right, so, you know, Libra, you are really battling, and especially with Saturn in your 7th house. Okay, this is like certain structures that maybe, and roles that you have been, and guidelines that you have been living by, maybe to please other people, to not please yourself. And it hasn't been making you feel loved, right? So the challenge is to break free from this, to gain your own set of moralities and values and guidelines that you follow instead of following someone else's. And so the challenge is, you see the little baby here in the apple, the challenge is developing your own, right, guidelines to get you through this. All right. And the blessing that is coming is a brand new beginning for you, Cancer. I'm seeing passion. I'm seeing motivation. I'm seeing strength coming out of this, okay? And a brand new beginning for you, feeling ambitious, feeling passionate, okay? And this is like true passion, being able to feel that deeply in relationships, because I think that with so much inner child healing and hurt that you were carrying around, it was very hard for you to allow yourself to feel that deep sense of passion and let yourself go with someone else. So I think that with this transit and this inner child healing, this is bringing you a newfound sense of that and being able to feel your passion deeply. Okay. All right, so we're going to get a shadow work card that Saturn is bringing. And then for you, we're going to get another inner child healing card, okay? Quick-tempered, Cancer. All right, you're in battle, okay? You're in battle with yourself as well, with your inner child, with trying to heal it. And so I think that there's battles externally for you as well. Try not to be so quick-tempered, okay? Try not to lose it very easily. This is a very hard time for you. So think before you speak. Put space between your thoughts and the words that come out, okay? Make sure to have a filter during this time, okay? Because saying the wrong thing to the wrong person, surely I feel would make things harder for you, all right? So let's get another card. And also when Saturn's in the 7th house, you could say things you don't mean to someone you love and regret it, right? Because you can't really ever take back words. The hurt is still there after you say it. The damage is still done once you say something. So just remember to have that filter. Okay, so Cancer, in the past, you were emotionally hurt. You didn't feel loved. But now you are understanding it wasn't your issue. It wasn't your problem at the time. It's never been your fault. And I think there's been some anger that you've been harboring inside, and now Saturn is coming to ask you to release this anger. Okay, Saturn wants you to realize it is the planet of responsibility. Saturn wants you to realize you've been taking responsibility for how others have hurt you, okay? And it's time to let those people take responsibility for the pain that they caused instead of you taking it. You just focus on healing, okay? That's all. So let's go ahead and get a card here. An encouraging message to you from Saturn, because Saturn wants to encourage us. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a card. So look at this, Cancer. You got the beautiful Phoenix. You will rise above the ashes. You will find a way to become whole again, all right, through this healing, through this inner child healing, through these battles. You're going to heal. You're going to have a new beginning. You're going to feel love, joy, passion again, and you're going to rise above the ashes. You're going to be whole and feel whole, okay, finally for you, Cancer, and that is absolutely beautiful. So that is your reading, Cancer. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, Leo. Sorry about the blur. Welcome to your Saturn reading. So Saturn has been in your 6th house, and it's going to your 7th on April 29th. Okay, so I feel for you with Saturn leaving your 6th house, this is moving out of debt. Okay, with Saturn being in your 6th house, you might have been feeling like you're struggling financially. You might have acquired a certain amount of debt. And, you know, I feel that you're going to be moving out of that. Okay, so moving out of debt, moving out of these issues surrounding finances, but there could have also been employment issues, okay, going on for you during that time. Well, guess what, Leo? You're moving out of that, and now Saturn is moving into your 7th house of marriage, partnerships, okay, and competition. I think that right now you might feel some competition in regards to your partnerships, okay? So this could also be feeling a little bit jealous, so you'll want to watch out for that, Leo. Unfounded jealousy. These types of transits can really bring that up, okay, especially in the 7th house. You're very strategic right now, especially in regards to relationships, is what I'm getting as well. And Spirit is asking you, Leo, because you are so strategic, and I feel like you're very stubborn right now in regards to relationships, to see your partner's perspective, okay, especially if you are married, all right, because it's almost like you're in this disagreeable energy. You're ready for like this battle. You feel like you're at competition with your partner right now. And Saturn is reminding you it's not a competition. You're meant to work together. Leo, you want to watch your blood pressure during this transit, okay? Try not to allow yourself to get too angry, too wound up, all right? So let's go ahead and get your oracle card here. For Leo. Okay, so we got Maya, the winged messenger. Okay, and then we got Aleon, the Empress of the Night. Very interesting. Okay, so the winged messenger is about creation. Spiritual direction inspires my creative flow. All right, let me show you that. And then you also got the Empress of the Night finale. After the storm, I emerge a shiny new star. So I really am feeling a sense of hope for you. I think, Leo, you've been feeling very, very hopeless in regards to your creativity, in regards to money, finances, jobs, employment. And now you are finally feeling a sense of hope in regards to that, okay? So that's beautiful. I think that creatively you're feeling a little bit stifled. I feel like you're looking for a creative outlet, and it's like you're having a hard time finding that outlet, or you're outletting your emotions in the wrong place, in the wrong direction, okay? So Spirit wants to guide you, wants to direct you creatively during this time, okay? And I think that, again, this is new hope coming in. And you're finally able to feel this for quite some time of struggling. So a new creative energy and new hope, okay? But again, there is that feeling like you're at competition in your relationship, feeling like you're at competition with another person for attention, for your person's love, or feeling that your partner is competition. And so Spirit wants to remind you that your partner isn't competing with you, okay? And I think that getting an outlet for all of this creative energy that you have can really help you channel this competitive energy in the right space, okay? So let's take a look and see where Saturn is blessing you. All right, we got the Magician. So you're going through so many changes, and I think that you have manifested yourself out of a situation where you were feeling very unabundant, right? So, and I'm seeing the 8 here, which is Saturn. So yeah, Saturn is actually bringing you a little bit of relief, okay? You're gaining resources. Saturn is bringing you resources. Saturn is bringing you a change in your situation, and that's great. It feels wonderful. It feels finally like you're able to move and take action in a positive direction, in a direction that you've been wanting to move in. So what are the challenges for you? Okay, we got the 10 of Wands. So the challenge here is, it's going to be a lot of hard work, okay? I feel like it has felt like such an uphill battle for you, Leo, that it's very hard to recognize something good when you see it because everything has just been so overwhelming for you, such an uphill battle that it's like now you have to get used to things being good in that area again. All right, definitely watch the ego here in regards to your partners. Okay, you don't want to start a battle or a war with them over your own insecurities because you're feeling overwhelmed. Okay. All right, so let's see what shadow work Saturn is wanting you to pay attention to. Greed, Leo. You're too attached to things, okay, in an excessive way. And Saturn wants you to understand this is why you have been struggling with debt, with finances, because it was to teach you to let go of your attachment to material things. Nothing good ever comes of it. So in a way, this was spiritual direction for you, directing you in the right place. And I do feel like there was times where honestly the attachment to certain things or money was extremely a burden to you. And so Saturn is telling you that they have done you a favor by helping you to release that burden. Okay? So let's get a self-love card here. All right, a message from Saturn. Okay, we have stop and take deep breaths for 2 minutes, Leo. This is going to help you think more clearly, feel more grounded, and whenever you're feeling overwhelmed, just breathe for about 2 minutes. This is really going to calm down your body, release any anxiety that you're feeling. Okay, so you can think more clearly in the moment and listen to your intuition more. All right, so let's go ahead and get an encouragement card for you. Let's see what encouragement Saturn wants to give you, Leo. All right, so Leo, remember, life will always bend you, but trust me, you are too strong to break. All right, this situation is not going to break you. It didn't before, and it won't in the future. Okay, so life might be able to bend you, but it will never break you. And that's what Saturn wants you to remember. So thank you for watching, Leo. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, Virgo. Welcome to your Saturn reading. Sorry about the blur. My camera has been having a hard time focusing. Okay. So anyways, welcome to your private reading, Virgo. So Saturn reading. Saturn has been in your 5th house, okay, of fun, of children, of hobbies, and it's moving into your 6th house, all right? So with this energy moving into your 6th house, I feel like, for the past few weeks, it's like it's been so hard for you to have fun, to just really drop your cares and laugh and just have no worries, have no cares. It's been hard for you to do that. You feel like your fun has been restricted. If you have any hobbies or creative outlets, those have really been restricted for you. And this is going to change around April 29th when Saturn shifts into your 6th house. So while you might be feeling a little freedom from that, this could actually affect your health a little bit, okay? So really concentrate on your health, Virgo, at least till June or July, the beginning of July. So really take care of your health. Watch your diet, okay? Because this is a placement where there can be very sudden things come up in regards to your health, very suddenly and unexpectedly. So you don't want to procrastinate at all during this time with anything, because the stress of procrastination really leads to health issues as well. So less stress, watch your health, watch your diet, Okay, that's the most important thing for you, Virgo. All right, so let's go ahead and get more into the reading. Let's see what message Saturn is bringing you. All right, Virgo, you got the winged messenger. Interesting, because Leo also got this. You got creation. Spiritual direction inspires your creative flow. So you've been feeling this creative block. Okay, now that's opening up for you. You're going to be feeling extremely creative with this new energy coming in and shifting. Okay, so use this creative outlet. Saturn wants you to use it to relieve some of the stress that you've been going through. All right. So if you've been going through like a writer's block, creative block, that's over. That's done very soon. Okay. Because you're going to be able to just feel this creative juices and creative energy just flowing through you, Virgo. So definitely use it. Okay. You're going to be wanting to create. Just don't forget about your health. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Sleep 8 hours a night or however long you want to. Eat healthy. Don't eat a lot of junk. Make sure you're drinking enough water. Things like that. Exercise, okay? So let's take a look at the blessings that Saturn is bringing you, Virgo. Okay, we have the Star. So this is hope and this is healing. Okay, so please know, Virgo, if your health does take a sudden turn, that there is hope, there is healing. And I'm seeing the red rose here, which represents like healing. Okay, I'm also seeing spirits around you. You have direct contact with your spirit guides right now. You might even be able to see them, communicate with them, especially during storms or rainstorms. Rain, whenever it rains, I feel like you can see these spirits around you during this time. Okay, interesting, very interesting. I think that Saturn wants you to feel good, Virgo. That's what I'm getting here. Saturn wants you to feel good, wants you to feel refreshed, wants to bring you a sense of hope. And so that's what I have coming in for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at your challenge. 7 of Cups, seeing through illusion, okay? This is options, okay? Clearly choosing the right option, the right outlet for your creative flow. That is your challenge, to see through illusions, okay? So it's very important to stay grounded. It's very important to stay connected to yourself, to your intuitions, connect to your spirit guides, because I feel like for you, Virgo, you're going to have to make some important decisions during this time, okay? And you're going to have to be able to see clearly, think clearly, in order to make these decisions, okay? So let's see what else Saturn wants to tell you. All right, so we got uncompromising. Think about being fair, okay? Being fair to yourself. That's what you need to think about, being fair to yourself in regards to how you feel, in regards to your relationship, in regards to your emotions, in regards to your creativity, okay? Be uncompromising about being fair to yourself and working in harmony with another person. All right, so I feel like also in your life, Virgo, there's, if you have a partner, I think that definitely there's some disharmony here with this placement, with it going into the 6th house, okay? It's a disruption from your regular routines, your regular relationship, right? Your everyday back and forth, your everyday relationship. There's disruptions there with the second house. It feels like people are unwilling to compromise with you during this transit, okay? So be uncompromising with yourself, okay? Treat yourself well. It's very, very important. And do your best to work in harmony with another person. I'm also seeing healing coming in for you in relationships with another person, Virgo. Okay, so healing, harmony. All right, so let's get a self-love card here for you. Manifestation is magical. Make it work in your favor. All right. So again, working in harmony with your person. Okay. Being fair to yourself. This is the way to manifest. Okay. And I think that you have extra manifestation power right now with this transit. So keep your thoughts positive. Keep your thoughts hopeful. Connect with your spirit guides. They're all around you. Take advantage of that. Get to know your spirit guides. Okay. So one last encouraging message to you from Saturn. I think you also have a spirit guide wanting to give you a very important message. Okay, so pay attention to your spirit guides, Virgo. Stay soft, Virgo. The world may be cold, but we don't have to be cold. Okay, so just because someone treats you unfairly, just because someone is uncompromising to you, lied to you, deceived you, it's okay for you to stay soft. You don't have to harden up. All right. Yes, the world may be cold and we might be going through hard, cold times, but we don't have to be cold. All right. We can be the warmth of the world. All right. So that is your reading, Virgo. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, Libra. Welcome to your Saturn reading. So Saturn has been in your 4th house of home, of family, of your mother, right? So you might have been dealing with issues surrounding home, surrounding the mother energy. So I think also when Saturn comes into the 4th house, this can really stimulate like that inner child healing. You know, it can really bring up inner child wounds that we're holding inside of us and bring them out, especially wounds regarding the mother energy. So I definitely see that that's been coming up for you. Okay. And it's transiting to your 5th house of hobbies, of children. And again, we have the child-mother dynamic here. Okay, so I could see, again, that's like you're revisiting that, right? You're revisiting the child-mother dynamic in some way, and you're doing your own inner healing in some way. Okay, but I'm seeing that this has been a good time for you for house gains, okay? Making your home more comfortable, okay, or gaining in regards to hobbies. So it's when it shifts into the 5th house, this is gaining in regards to hobbies, issues with children as well. Okay, it could be property gains in the 4th house, and focus on constructing something centered around the home and the mother. Okay. So this is a placement where illness or even disease can come to your mother or a mother energy. So definitely want to watch for that. But it can also be a time where you're really moving away from your own mother or away from home. This could be a time where you're moving away from your hometown or your family. Okay, but whatever it is, with it moving into the 5th house, this is really an uncertainty and irregularities because it is going to be going retrograde back into your 4th house. Okay, and a lot of times when that happens is when the, stuff can hit the fan. All right, this is going to happen around June, the end of June, July. So, there's a lot of uncertainty here for you, and feeling very uncomfortable, okay? Feeling like you don't really have an outlet here, just feeling restricted in all of these areas. And for a lot of you, you're thinking back to childhood and you're thinking about how your childhood was restricted in some way, okay? So, yeah, in regards to, I think also you're going to have to work extra hard on partnerships. Saturn wants you to really work extra hard on that, but there can also be unnecessary expenses that are not necessary regarding the home, things like that. Okay. So health wise, I'm just seeing like, pay attention to your diet, okay? Because I'm getting a lot of like lower abdomen, like issues, pains, okay? And abdomen pains. So I think that can really kind of be attributed to diet or what you're eating. So pay extra attention. This could be a time where you get like some gastrointestinal issues or gas or something like that, you know. So again, it's attributed to the diet. Okay, and Saturn is asking you, Libra, because you do rule the seventh house, no gossip, right, during this transit. That's going to help Saturn bring you, the best energy that it can. So let's see what oracle card, what message Saturn has for you, Libra. Okay, fell on the floor. Let me pick that up. Okay, so Libra, you got the Sacred Orchard. Okay, this is number 33. Co-create. My abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. So for you, this is about mind over matter for you. Okay. You are meant to co-create your future. And I think that Saturn is having you revisit energy surrounding your mother, surrounding the home, surrounding you, your inner child, in order to co-create your future, what you're moving into. And Spirit and Saturn is asking you to pay special attention to your mindset because it's really potent right now for you, Libra. Especially with Saturn being in your fourth and fifth house, the moon rules the fourth house. And so I think that when the moon is in your fourth house, it gives you kind of like this extra power to manifest from your thoughts, your emotions, right? Your mindset. So Saturn is asking you to watch your mind, watch your thoughts. You're trying to co-create with your thoughts. And Saturn wants to teach you how to do this. Okay, so Saturn wants you to form a structure to this, to keep your thoughts positive, okay, and to learn how to co-create this future. All right, so this is like a learning process for you, Libra. This is almost the energy of like when you first move away from home, right? Something of that nature. That's the energy for you. You're breaking free of something. You're moving away from something that's always been very familiar to you. And you're entering into almost like this new life that you're co-creating with Spirit. So let's see what blessings that Saturn is bringing you. Yeah, we got Six of Cups in reverse. So really this is like a coming of age energy too, saying, hey, Libra, listen, you're not a child anymore, right? And the Six of Cups in reverse really does. It's bringing you back to childhood. It is bringing you back to childhood memories, childhood wounds, childhood home, right? And healing those things and moving away from those things so that you don't have to revisit it and heal it again, so that those things don't affect who you are now as a person, the pains, the hurts, the traumas, the restrictions. So Saturn is taking Libra back, okay, to childhood here. And again, I'm just really feeling the energy of moving away from the childhood home, moving away from your hometown, moving away from your parents, that type of energy. Basically, Libra, you're moving away from all that is familiar to you, and you are learning to co-create abundance on your own spiritually with your mindset. Okay, and Saturn is your teacher in this way. All right, so let's take a look at your challenges. We got the Three of Cups in reverse. Wow. Okay, so again, this is moving away from childhood. Libra, you are spiritually growing up, okay? You are no longer a child spiritually, right? You are advancing, you are ascending, okay? And so it's time for you to co-create your future. You are a master now with the 33. That's a master number. And you're probably seeing 333 because I see 333 here for you. This is Saturn giving you that signal. Saturn is showing you 333 on the clock or wherever else you're looking because it's a sign for you, okay? It's a sign that you are no longer a child, okay? You are no longer in this past energy, okay? But you are now spiritually grown. You've shown so much growth over the past 3 to 6 months is what Saturn is saying here. And it's time for you to co-create your life the same way an adult starts co-creating their life when they break away from their parents, their home, right? That's what I'm seeing for you spiritually. And so I am seeing you break away from the hometown. I'm seeing you break away from communities that you've been a part of, friendships that you've been a part of, okay? And really just changing your mindset. So we have 3 threes here. Okay, so this is about humanitarian energy and speaking publicly when there's 3 threes. Okay, so I think that you are really meant to step outside of your comfort zone here. Okay, I think that you are meant to expand your circle, expand your friend group. I think you are meant to, you're just being taken to other areas, and I think that you are meant to speak about what you've been through publicly, and you're meant to help others through that. And so I see that you are going to be speaking in some sort of public setting during this transit, and that could be like on YouTube, that could be in your community, that could be anywhere, but I do see you speaking in a public setting, okay? And this is like breaking free of any chains, any bonds that were holding you back. All right, so since we are revisiting this childhood healing, let's get some cards for that. And it's almost the energy of returning to your childhood home and realizing this is not where I belong anymore. This is a type of energy that you're dealing with, Libra. So let's get another card. So in the past, okay, you were frightened, but now you are emotionally stronger and you are braver. I think that there's always been something calling you to leave the energy, the place that you were in before, either spiritually or physically, whatever it is, but you were too frightened, too unsure of yourself to move forward. Okay, but now you are stronger, you are braver, you are spiritually and emotionally braver and stronger, and now it's time for you to move forward because I'm seeing that you're no longer afraid. Okay, let's get another card here. All right, in the past, you felt parentified and in the caretaker role. All right. So I think that now you are able to experience moments of fun, play, joy, laughter, and silliness. So I think that this, for some of you, you know, you were actually the parental figure over your own parents, right? Like it was like your parents were the children and you were the parental figure. And I think that you were always frightened to leave this energy behind, frightened of what might happen. Okay. But now you're stronger and you realize that you are meant and able to experience fun, play, joy. This is also experience all the fun and the laughter and the playfulness that you didn't get to experience as a child. Okay, so for some of you that felt your childhood was really taken from you, you're revisiting that and you are feeling those moments of joy, of laughter, silliness that you should have felt when you were a child, but you're feeling it now, okay? When you're older, when you're stronger and you're braver and you're allowing yourself to feel these things, all right? So Saturn is really bringing you a return home, okay? And a deep, deep healing there. All right, so let's get a shadow work card. We got vengeful, okay? Find a better way to heal your anger. This negative emotion comes back full circle, okay? So this is talking about the karma that has to do with anger, okay? You might feel still very angry about things that have happened to you in your childhood, situations between your parents or even siblings. We got the third house here as well. But Spirit is asking you to find a creative way to express and to heal your anger and to remember that you are not in that place now. Okay, yes, in the past you were frightened. Yes, in the past you felt that you weren't taken care of. You felt that you had to take care of everyone else, right? But it's no longer that way, okay? And there's better ways to heal your anger than feeling vengeful, than feeling angry, than wanting to... I feel like for you, sometimes it's like I want them to feel the same thing that I felt, right? With and that's kind of Libra in. It really is. It may not be fair, but it is Libra and it's fair to the Libra sometimes. And you know, Spirit is saying be careful. Saturn's saying be careful of vengefulness. You know, especially when Saturn is around, when we are vengeful and have a tendency to take revenge, it can lead to a violent situation because Saturn also rules violence. So Saturn is saying find a better way to heal your anger, okay, than being vengeful. All right. You're meant to, and you know, this anger is coming from a place of feeling frightened in the past, but you're no longer frightened. You are brave now. So that frightened energy has turned to bravery. Okay. So Saturn is reminding you of this and wants to remind you how strong you are and that you can heal, that you can move forward. All right. All right, let's get a self-love card here. So close your eyes, Libra, and remember your greatness. It doesn't matter if anyone else sees our greatness as long as we know who we are on the inside, okay? So whenever you're feeling vengeful, when you're feeling angry about what you've been through, just close your eyes and remember the wonderful and beautiful and great things that have happened to you in your life and all the beautiful things that are still to come for you that are promised here, okay? So let's get an encouraging message to you from Saturn because Saturn wants to encourage us. Saturn doesn't want to discourage us. Saturn's our teacher. So we have, it's okay to float along, Libra. It's okay to just be sometimes. Sometimes you don't have to be anyone, anything, or be doing anything. Sometimes it's simply okay to just allow yourself to be. Okay. So that's the reading I have for you, Libra. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your Saturn reading. So Saturn has been in your third house and of communication, of siblings, right? And it's transiting to your fourth house of home and mother. All right. So, I got to tell you, Scorpio, this is not very good energy when it comes to family and when it comes to siblings. So I'm seeing like sudden upsets in the family, especially in regards to your mother and your siblings. Okay, if you get into an argument around this time with your family, like if something pops off, your mother is going to take your sibling's side over you. I'm just telling you, Scorpio, it doesn't mean it's fair. It doesn't mean that it's right. It's just the energy for you, Scorpio. This is the planetary alignments. So you might realize that your family becomes very upset very suddenly. Okay. I think that for you, also, you might want to watch your words, okay? Because Saturn has a tendency when it's lingering around the third house for us to kind of put our foot in our mouth sometimes. Sometimes maybe say something that comes out the wrong way or a way that we don't mean. We might even have a tendency to like offend someone without even realizing it and upset people when Saturn is looming around there, right? So, this could also be a situation where literally your siblings right now will shock you and it will not be pretty. Okay, it won't be a good shock, but they will shock you right now. Your siblings, your mother, your family in general, their behavior is going to shock you. These sudden upsets is going to shock you. It's going to be totally unexpected. Okay, however, I do feel that your social status will improve. Okay, I also feel if you have been struggling with any illnesses, with any diseases, there's a very high possibility right now that you're able to cure those ailments like forever. Okay, so take special attention to cures, to hygiene, things like that. Okay, but yeah, now is a perfect time. A healing time for you, Scorpio, in regards to healing ailments, diseases, illnesses. So really take advantage of that if you have been having anything feel off. All right. So maybe going to a retreat or a spa day, if it's something simple, just a little healing time for you. It's a good time to do something small if you don't have anything, any issues, just to kind of boost your health or get a kickstart to your health. I recommend like natural homeopathic things, okay? So let's see what message Saturn has for you, Scorpio. Okay, you got the star mother. So again, we got that mother energy here. So Saturn wants to remind you right now, Scorpio, and listen to this message because it's very important. Okay, this is the number 4 as well. This is about your mother. You could very well get into it with your mother. Your mother might shock you. They might be very upset with you during this transit, but please know that it is a transit. And Saturn is telling you you are very loved by your mother and your family, no matter what pops off at this time. Okay, the universal mother loves you and supports you totally. Okay, so during this time when you're not feeling very supported by your mother, by your family, by your siblings, Saturn and Spirit wants to remind you that you are absolutely, completely, and totally held and supported by the universe, okay? So you are going to be feeling spiritual support instead of physical support, okay? You might not feel very supported right now in your family and with your siblings, with your mother, but universally, energetically, You are going to feel very spiritually supported. Your spirit guides are around you right now, wanting you to feel loved, wanting you to feel supported, wanting you to know that you don't just have an earth family here, but you also have a spiritual family that's always with you. I don't know why this just did that. Close your eyes and remember your greatness. This just flew out. Close your eyes and remember your greatness during times that you don't feel loved, okay? Because Spirit wants to whisper in your ear. Spirit wants to connect to you and remind you how much you are supported, how much you are loved by the universe, and how great you really are, all right? So you're blessed spiritually, okay, with your support. And this is even to the extent of healing illnesses, okay? But materially, physically, in your relationships right now, you're not going to feel very supported. And I'm sorry, for that. But it's something we all go through. And let's go ahead and see what blessings Saturn is bringing you. 8 of Pentacles. Okay, you are probably going to see steady progress, rewards in regards to work. You could get a new job. You could get a promotion, okay? As long as you work hard and be consistent, you are going to see great rewards in regards to your work. And this is going to be rewards that keep coming in, okay? So beautiful financial rewards for you. Let's go ahead and see your challenges. Okay, so the Chariot in reverse, your challenge is your determination, staying motivated, okay, because you are having a lot of people around you that are not making you feel supported, that are not making you feel loved, and it's really easy to become unmotivated when we have those types of people around us, kind of draining our energy and our motivation. So Saturn, the challenge here is to stay motivated, okay? To stay on task, to stay with your ambition, okay? That is your challenge here. And if you can do that, there's great rewards for you, all right? Okay, so we're going to get an inner child healing card for you. Okay. So in the past, you didn't feel loved. You might not be feeling loved by people who are supposed to love you right now, okay? But this is only... The people in your life do love you. And Spirit's saying, even when you don't feel loved, please remember that you are, okay? But this is a teacher. You're feeling this way because you are meant to understand how to love yourself, how to give yourself that support, even when nobody else is willing to do it, okay? You are meant to happily accept yourself and healthy, loving relationships and what that means to you. All right. So you're learning how to develop that within yourself. And that is why you're having issues with others right now. But again, Saturn is our teacher. Saturn is not a punisher. Okay, so let's get your shadow work card. Okay, we got resentful. So you might be feeling very, very resentful during this transit to people in your family, to your siblings, to your mother, things that you went through as a child as well. And, Spirit wants to remind you to think loving thoughts for the person that you feel resentful for. So if this is like your sibling, your mother, remember to send them loving thoughts because they do still love you, okay? And if you're feeling resentful towards yourself, okay, also do this for you. Send yourself loving thoughts. Think loving thoughts about yourself because being resentful really restricts your own emotional happiness. So not allowing ourselves to feel that resent, it's not for the other person. It's simply for our own happiness, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get you an encouraging message from Saturn. Okay, Saturn has some encouragement for you. Let's see what it is. Hey, Scorpio, you matter, okay? I just want to say thank you for existing, Scorpio. I am so glad you are on this earth with me, okay? Even if you don't feel appreciated by others right now, I just want to tell you, you matter. Thank you for existing, and I'm glad that you are here on this earth, okay? So that is your reading, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your Saturn reading. So Saturn has been in your second house and it's transiting into your third house. So right away, I already know that you've been going through some huge losses in regards to wealth, in regards to your finances. This could even be loss of job, loss of property. This could even be a loss due to theft, someone taking from you, someone stealing from you, profiting off of what is rightfully yours, okay? This is also a time of selling property when Saturn goes into the second house, okay? But I believe for you, Sagittarius, this is paving the way for something bigger and something better. So the amount of money and the loss of wealth that you have experienced due to just loss or theft or whatever it is coming back to you in a new way, in a better way. And I'm also feeling if you've had to sell your property, if you've had to lose your home, lose your property, it's because it's paving the way for something bigger and better in regards to home, in regards to property for you. All right. This is a very good time for you in regards to business. All right. Because Saturn loves business. Saturn loves contracts. So I think that you are going to be able to, make good connections here, especially with it moving into your third house. This is about connections in business. Your communication is going to be on point. All right. And it's going to be a very good time for you in regards to business, finances here moving in. So your losses will be made up. Okay. Now, what you'll actually want to do is make Saturn stronger for you. All right. So look up ways to connect with Saturn to make Saturn stronger for you, because the stronger influence Saturn has in your chart right now, the more gains you actually are going to experience. Okay. Because that's the placements. So let's go ahead and see what message Saturn has for you, Sagittarius. All right, we got 2. We got the Huntress quest. Oh my gosh, it's so Sagittarius. Look at that. It's so saggy with the arrow and the bow. Okay, it's about quest. The Pleiades light my quest to be wild and free. Oh my gosh, it's so saggy. I love it. Okay, we also have the Amber Star. Let's go. Okay, we got let's go. I surrender and I allow myself to grieve. Okay, Sagittarius. So you have really been holding on to something, and I feel like it's something that you really, really wanted to work, okay? I really do. I feel like you've been holding on to something. You really, really wanted it to work, but I think that this thing you've been holding on to has slowed you down, has restricted you, has become almost like a prison around you. And so I think that this thing you've been holding on to, whatever it is, you do not want to surrender. You did not want to let go. But Saturn is here asking you to let it go because it's been impeding your growth. It has been restricting you. And while this thing, I think it's very dear to your heart, you want, when you let go, it's like a grieving energy, right? Because it is dear to your heart. You don't want to let it go, but you're a Sagittarius. You cannot be caged. You cannot be in this prison. You are wild and free. You are meant to be free. You are a Saggy. Okay, so Spirit is saying there's some things, Sagittarius, that you just have to let go. And if it's, you know, meant for you, it will come back to you in a different way, in a different form, okay, that still allows you to be your wild and free self. But right now, whatever this is, it's been impeding you, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your blessings that Saturn is bringing you. We got the Four of Cups. Okay, so I think that this is something that you've tried to ignore, okay? And I think this is something where Saturn, because you have ignored this for so long, because you have refused to let go of this, Saturn is like, okay, I understand, Sagittarius. I understand that it hurts. I understand you can't do this for whatever reason. So this is going to be easy on you. You don't have to make the choice of letting go, okay? But it is going to feel like you're being forced to let go of whatever this is, because you have been ignoring the Spirit's message of surrender. So now this is kind of making it easy for you, all right? And it's setting you really on the right path, okay? It's a blessing in disguise. You just don't see it. So let's go ahead and take a look at your challenge. Five of Wands. So your challenge here is really, I just think, resisting. Okay, resisting, putting up a fight. You know, Sagittarius, you always put up a fight. I know, because I'm a Sagittarius rising. You don't give in easily. Okay, when you have your eye on something, when you're stuck on something, you don't give it up. You go for the gold, right? And I also feel like you're going to be feeling a certain level of competition for you. Okay, from others. All right, for in your second and third house. And this could be competition in regards to work, in regards to your trade. So this is going to be a challenge for you. All right. Just feeling like you're constantly being kind of tested by others. Okay. So don't let that get to you. All right. Remember, what you're needing to let go of is a blessing in disguise. And let's go ahead and get you a card, a message from Saturn here about this. All right, so Saturn wants to tell you, listen, Sagittarius, I know that you want to hold on to whatever this is, but the real reason why you have to let go of it is because you have prioritized yourself last again and again with whatever this is. Why are you prioritizing yourself last? This needs to be worked out. This needs to be worked through, okay? Because Saturn wants you to put yourself first, and I think you forgot how to do that. So this is getting back in touch with yourself, getting back in touch with what matters, okay? I also have jealousy for you, Saggy. You might feel like you've been surpassed, that you've been passed up, like there's so much competition for you. You might feeling a little bit of sting of jealousy, okay? And I think it's just because of whatever it is you're feeling forced to let go of. But this is your past wounds that need healing, that are revisiting you. So Saturn is asking you to work on prioritizing yourself, work on your own self-love and loving yourself. You are far greater than you know. You are far greater than whatever this is you've been holding on to. So prioritize yourself first, okay? So let's get your encouraging message from Saturn, because Saturn wants to encourage us. Saturn doesn't want to discourage us. So let's get your message, Saggy. Okay, Saggy. Hey, you know what? You matter. You really, really matter. It doesn't matter if you feel like you don't. It doesn't matter if you think that you should be put last. I just want to tell you that you matter. Thank you for existing. I'm so happy that you're here existing on this earth with all of us. Okay? That's what Saturn wants to tell you. You do matter. And you need to learn that. Okay? So that's the reading that I have for you, Saggy. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, Capricorn. Welcome to your Saturn reading. So Saturn has been in your first house and it's transiting into your second house. So this is not good at all for your finances, okay? Definitely you want to avoid any type of loans, anything that is going to stack up debt. You know, there could be some unexpected expenses here for you coming up. And I'm also feeling a good amount of mental strain because the first house rules the head. Okay, so I'm seeing mental strain, headaches due to finances. Okay, there could be a job loss for you, Capricorn, with this moving into the second house. And if any of you have been transferring to a new job, to a new place of work, there could be problems in the transfer, okay, or problems transferring, moving. Definitely there's some problems concentrating here because of that first house Saturn, okay, and for you, Capricorn, there's a particular energy with your first house, your ascendant, to where your first house represents how the world views you, to where you're dealing with some slander. Okay, someone gossiping about you, not being fair about things they're saying to you, trying to hurt your reputation. So you definitely could be dealing with that. And Saturn is asking you to be very, very careful with your speech as well. Okay. So this sounds like a very rough transit for you, Capricorn. Let's go ahead and take a look at the messages Saturn has for you. So we have two here. We have the Lost Star. That's how you're feeling, Capricorn. You're feeling like the lone lost star. All right. And then we have the Inner Temple. Okay. So we have rebirth, the lost star, out of darkness into the light. So Saturn is reminding you that what you're going through is not going to last forever. Okay, you are going to move out of this darkness you're feeling and move into the light. Okay, and you are going to experience a rebirth. We got the Inner Temple, life lessons. I go within my shadow for deep spiritual growth. Spirit is really bringing up your shadow side right now. Okay, and I feel like for you, Capricorn, your shadow side is really exposed right now to the world, to everyone, with Saturn, you know, being in your first house. Okay, so you definitely are feeling not so good about yourself, and Spirit wants you to go within your shadow, to transmute the shadow, to work with your shadow, not turn away from it. For deep, deep spiritual growth, to move into the light. Okay, so let's get another card here. Let's take a look. At some of this shadow work. Capricorn, you're just feeling so lost about who you are right now. I really feel that, okay? This is insecurity. Please understand your worth, Capricorn. Please understand your value, your purpose here on earth. There's no need to feel small. There's no need to compare yourself to others. And I think that other people are comparing you a lot to others. It's other people that are making you feel very small. And I think you're allowing that to affect you and how secure you feel. It's affecting your self-worth. It's affecting how you view your own value. And you're not sure what your purpose is on this earth at this moment. You are feeling lost. And the reason why you're feeling so lost is because you are going through a rebirth, okay? An inner rebirth. You are learning life lessons, and you are about to undergo deep, deep spiritual healing of your shadow, deep, deep spiritual growth, okay? So let's get another card here. Defensiveness, Capricorn. Hear other people's perspectives and feelings. Shift your focus to them. It's not always about you. All right. So I think that there's a few messages with this card coming out. I think that it's going to be something you might need to work on, feeling defensive, acting defensive towards others. And it's because of the slander that you have went through, right? So first I'm seeing the slander, the gossip, the hurt to your reputation, and then Saturn moves into your second house, and that's when your self-worth, your value is affected from that slander, right? So you're feeling defensive, and I think that you're going to have a tendency to hear insults and slander, negative things about yourself when it's not really meant to be negative, when it's not really meant to be a negative thing. Like someone might compliment you and you take it as an insult, that type of energy. Okay, so just be careful about the defensiveness. Oh, Capricorn, my heart goes out to you. Let's get some more cards, okay? I think you need a message from your higher self. All right. Capricorn, how can you express yourself better through words and be more kind in speech? All right. That's what Spirit is asking you. Even though others have spoken very badly about you, you don't have to be like them. You don't have to become defensive. You don't have to be as harsh as they are, okay? Capricorn, you need extra sleep. Your brain deserves a break. You have a lot of mental strain. You're going to need a lot of sleep during this transit to be able to think clearly, okay? Your brain deserves a break from all of the thoughts throughout your day and everything that you've been going through, all right? And I think that Saturn really wants you to work on expressing yourself better through words, right? Being able to shed some light on how you're feeling, right? Through words. So let's get another card here. So you have a new path opening up for you, Capricorn. It looks very beautiful. All right. We got labeling. Does it make you feel superior to label others for their negative traits? Look within. So people have labeled you, Capricorn, through this. They've called you names or they've labeled you something that you're not. And Spirit is saying, and Saturn is saying, don't let that make you feel insecure. You know who you are, so hold on to that. And karma will hit them too. The truth is going to come out, okay? And Saturn is saying it makes these people feel superior when they're labeling others and being negative. But Spirit is asking you to look within and to not do the same thing. Okay, don't stoop to their level. You can express yourself better than they can. And I think there's a little bit of jealousy here in regards to that. So know that this too will pass and the truth is going to come out. Okay. And this is all to be able to, I feel rapid spiritual growth. You're going to really feel at the end of this spiritually grown and really secure in your worth, your value, because no matter how many people tell you who you are, you know who you are, you know your worth, you know your value, and therefore no matter what anyone else says, it cannot affect the way that you feel about yourself. And this is what Spirit is teaching you. This is what Saturn is teaching you. So again, get extra sleep, Capricorn. Your brain needs the extra rest during this transit. And we're going to go ahead and get you an encouraging message from Saturn, because Saturn, oh, I'm sorry. We need your blessings and your challenges. So your blessings are blessings in disguise. Okay, your blessing is the hard work. Your blessing is the uphill battle. At the end of the day, it's going to turn into a blessing. Okay, and any hard work you put in right now is going to come back to you times 10 financially. Okay, so that gives you a focus as well. Let's go ahead and see your challenges. So your blessings aren't going to feel like blessings, Capricorn, until much later on. All right, your challenges are to stay committed. Okay, to stay focused, to stay on task, to stay fair, and to stay comfortable. That is your challenge, to be comfortable in yourself. All right. You can do this, Capricorn. I know that you can. All right. You are strong. You are one of the strongest signs. And so I know that you got this. So you're building security in yourself and your value and your self-worth and your purpose. And I think that for a lot of you, you're going to find a newfound purpose. All right. A new life purpose even. So let's get you some encouragement from Saturn, because Saturn wants to encourage us, never discourage us. All right, Capricorn, your message from Saturn. Oh, look, it's an Alexodal. I know this because my daughter, she loves Alexodals. And you know what? They always have a smile on their face. So Capricorn, no matter what, keep a smile on your face, okay? You are going to get through this just fine. At the end of the day, when you look back on this in the future, none of this is even going to faze you. It's going to seem like a little hiccup, okay? So you're going to be just fine. You're going to get through this. All right, Capricorn? That's your reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll talk to you later. Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to your Saturn reading. So I feel like for you, Aquarius, I actually think that this is going to bring you a little bit of good luck in certain areas. Okay, but I feel like it's a little bit of hidden luck. All right, so you're going to have to find where that luck is for you. So Aquarius, Saturn is bringing all kinds of hidden things to the surface for you, all right, is what I'm feeling, because it's in your 12th house and transiting into your first house. So definitely I feel like this is short-term visits. You could have an interest in foreign areas or going to areas that you're unfamiliar with, just wanting to engage in like short-term travel, what I'm getting here, or even making deals abroad, or making deals with people from abroad, from another country. Okay. So really there's a connect in that area with kind of feeling an unfamiliar areas, right? So things feel a little unfamiliar for you. I feel there's secrets bubbling out, rising to the surface, hidden things coming out. Okay. So in regards to health issues, so Aquarius wants to really pay attention to their spouse and children, especially in regards to eye problems as well. Okay. That is a possibility with Aquarius and the Saturn transits right now. But overall, I feel like it's a really good transit for Aquarius. It's bringing some luck, especially if you're an Aquarius ascendant. So let's see what message Saturn has for Aquarius. Sorry about the blur. Okay, there we go. Spirit, what message does Saturn have for Aquarius? Okay, so we have here the lapis lazuli star, and it's starlight. It's a number 8, which is Saturn, okay? And it says here, my inner vision guides me to my higher purpose. All right, so Aquarius, you are being guided to a higher purpose. And this could involve going out of your comfort zone, going into areas that feels very unfamiliar for you, but it's what you're meant to be doing right now. So right now you are actually being guided and being pulled into unknown areas, areas that don't feel familiar. Okay, this is where you're being guided, and it's because you are serving a higher purpose for the collective. Okay, so I'm seeing during this transit, Aquarius is being called to serve a higher purpose for the collective. And so they are, really being guided right now by their spirit guides to unfamiliar areas, I would say. All right, so what blessings is Spirit bringing Aquarius? Or I'm sorry, Saturn. Is Saturn bringing Aquarius? All right, we got the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so, this uncomfortable energy, letting it guide you, this feeling of uncomfortableness is going to lead you to security. Okay, so I feel security. I feel a sense of home. I really feel a sense of no commitment, no strings attached, being able to gain security, and especially security financially without any strings attached. So that's really good for Aquarius. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look here at the challenges for Aquarius. All right, we got the 5 of Wands. All right, so feeling like there's competition. All right, feeling like there might be a certain hostility, okay, in unfamiliar areas for you, whatever area that might be, you might sense a certain energy of hostility. But Spirit wants you to be stepping out of your comfort zone and finding security and comfort in competition, in unfamiliar and unknown areas to you. So this is a learning experience for you, Aquarius, and it sure looks very interesting to me. Okay. A challenge is, I think there's someone in your life that really sees you as competition. Okay. So I think that it's other people that is going to be the challenge for you. And there's jealousy and there is just trying to compete with you. So it's very important to find your security in yourself when you're stepping out of your comfort zone for that reason too. Okay. All right, so let's get a message from your higher self, Aquarius. I almost feel like you're fighting for a higher purpose right now. It's like you're being guided to fight for a higher purpose. Okay. I'm really proud of myself. Oh, look at that, Aquarius. You're going to be very proud of yourself. And Saturn is saying you have a reason to be proud of yourself because you're being guided to fight for a higher purpose. And every day you will become a better version of yourself. And that's what you're doing now. You are becoming a better version of yourself that is more secure with being yourself. And that is beautiful. Right, let's get your shadow work card here. So you're going to be feeling more secure, more comfortable high energy, high impact situations, unfamiliar situations, okay? This is a gift. We got egocentric. So watch the ego, Aquarius. You can be really proud of yourself. You have a reason to be proud of yourself, but watch the ego. Not everyone shares the same perspectives as you. So remember that when you are moving into these areas that are kind of unknown or unfamiliar, remember to listen to the perspectives with respect that others have around you, okay? In order not to cause aggression or competition, right? Remember to listen to those perspectives. Remember to listen to others because you might learn something new. And that's what this is about for you, is learning something new. All right, Aquarius? So let's close up this reading for you by getting you an encouraging message from Saturn. Just because you feel like trash, Aquarius, it doesn't mean that you are trash, okay? Spirit wants to remind you right now that you should be really proud of yourself, okay? Every day you're becoming a better version of yourself, all right? And yeah, it's like, don't let anyone make you feel like crap for who you are. Don't let anyone make you feel less than, okay? Because it's not true. And all that matters is that you are becoming a better version of yourself day after day. And I see that you're doing that, Aquarius. You are on a higher mission in this earth, okay? You are answering to a higher calling. And Saturn's bringing in that calling, okay? So don't let anyone make you feel like you're less than. So that's my reading for you, Aquarius. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, Pisces. So this is your Saturn reading. So Saturn has been in your 11th house of friends, okay, of social energy, and it's moving into the 12th house of hidden things. Okay, so maybe you're going to be finding out some secrets about your friends. You might see a side to your friends that you never saw before. Okay, this is about bad company. Okay, people that don't have the best intentions for you, people that could lead you astray, get you in trouble. All right. This is people that even can start issues with your family. This is conflict with your partners, conflict with children. But, you know, with this energy, it's all going to be sorted out. Okay. So any family issues, any conflict with partners or children will be sorted out. Okay. It's not like a super heavy energy. All right. In regards to health, Pisces, I feel like just some temporary tension around the chest, okay, the heart, the stomach. All right. So just pay special attention to that. Maybe doing some like heart healthy exercises, things like that. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what message Saturn has for you. All right. For Pisces here. You got the Enchanter. Oh my gosh, this is so Pisces, right? Look, tell me this is not Pisces energy. Tell me this is not Pisces. Hello. This is like so Pisces. You got the Enchanter. Dream. Okay. I wish upon a star and my dreams come true. Oh my gosh, Pisces, you have a wish that's going to be granted sometime during this transit. And it is because of your trueness. It is because of your heart. It is because of your compassion that Saturn is actually going to grant you this wish. Okay. I feel like there's a small dream that you have that is coming true during this transit, whatever that might be. I'm also getting that you might be getting some very prophetic dreams during this transit. So pay attention to your dreams. You have a very enchanting energy. During this transit over socially, I feel like there's just this otherworldly mystical pull that you have in relationships and partnerships, that you're just drawing people in friendships. You're standing out in a crowd because you've got this otherworldly energy about you. Let's go ahead and see what blessings is coming in for you, Pisces. All right, we got the King of Wands, okay? So I feel like this is definitely passion. This is creativity. This is going after what you want. So Pisces, you've been holding back on some sort of dream, some sort of wish that you've had for quite some time. And, you know, Saturn is saying that's long enough. It's time to go for it now. All right. You have a wish that's wanting to be granted. And the only way to accomplish that wish is to go after it, is to go for it. Don't let anybody tell you no. Don't let anybody stop you. Now is the time for you, Pisces, to go, go, go. Okay. Spirit's cheering you on. Let's take a look at your challenge. Your challenge is the Tower. Okay, so your challenge is letting, you know, chaos in partnerships and relationships and your family life, whatever it is, affect this manifestation, affect this goal, affect this dream. Your challenge is not letting this keep you from going after what you want to manifest, because right now is the time for you, Pisces. Right now, you have the divine will running through your veins, and Spirit is saying, hey, wish upon a star. Okay, it's time to make your wish come true. But you cannot allow bad company, people who don't have your best intentions at heart, to throw you off in this energy. Okay. So let's go ahead and get a shadow work card for you. So watch out for people like that, okay? Shame. You are not flawed, Pisces. You are so worthy of love. You are so worthy of your dream. You are so worthy of your goal and belonging in that goal and that dream, okay? And you need to realize that. Please forgive yourself for not giving yourself enough self-love. Please forgive yourself for not giving yourself enough love to go after your dreams. Please forgive yourself for inviting people into your life who weren't worthy of your time, of your attention, and it has caused chaos in your life. Okay? Spirit is saying, please don't feel shame for that. You need to heal that shame. Okay? Know that you are not flawed. You are the enchanter, Pisces. You are magic. You are mystical. You are so worthy of belonging in that part of your dream. You are so worthy of achieving it. Okay? And so Saturn is teaching you how worthy you are right now. Okay? So let's get a self-love card here. We got 2. All right, Pisces, remember that no one on this earth compares to you. You are not in a competition, so don't let anyone else make you feel like you are. You are no competition for anyone. You are your own unique person. Okay, so remember that no one compares to you, no matter what. All right. And do not compare yourself to others at this time. All right. Check your pulse and control its beats to a slow, calm rhythm. Okay, Pisces. I'm feeling like your heart is beating really fast right now. All right. I think that this is a good time for you to do breathing exercises when you feel like your heart's beating a little fast. put your hand over it or put your finger over your pulse and just breathe in a slow rhythm. Learn how to work your breath with your body and the rhythm of your heart to slow it down to a calmer rhythm. And this will have a calming effect on you. Okay. So again, don't let anyone make you feel like your competition. They're going to be trying to do that. Don't let anyone impede your will, take away your ambition, your motivation. Okay? You're not flawed. All right? You are worthy of everything that you dream of, and now is the time to get it. And when Saturn says it's time, you go after it. It's time, because Saturn is the king, the ruler of time. Okay? So Saturn would know. So let's get you an encouraging message here from Saturn, all right, to close up this reading. So Pisces, progress is progress. It doesn't matter how small that progress is. Moving forward is moving forward. As long as you're still moving forward, that's all that matters. Okay, so don't let anyone make you feel you're flawed because you're not moving quick enough. Don't let anyone make you feel that you're not making enough progress, because progress is progress. It doesn't matter how big, how small. At the end of the day, you get to the same place at the same time, no matter what. All right. So that's the reading that I have for you. Thank you so much, Pisces. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye.